Hi, this is Praveen. Today we're going to see about DevOps training. Before getting into DevOps, I'd like to share a few details about roles which rule the IT for the past 30 years. The first one is System Administrator. System Administrator is a person who takes care of operating system, server, application, license management, package installation, hardware issues, inventory management, and many more. They are considered to be one of the successful roles for the past 30 years. It's not only because of the contribution that they have made on the companies, but also the importance that they have proved over a period of time. Next role is middleware admin. Middleware admin is a person who is to take care of applications like Apache, Tomcat, WebLogic, WebSphere, JBoss, and many more. They are considered to be very crucial to the business since they are directly involved on business applications. Their job includes configuring application based on business expectations. The next one is build admin. Build admin is a person who is to take care of code base and the intermediate conversions. Here the intermediate conversion means the code which is developed by the developers can't directly load it in the application. It needs intermediate conversions. Build admin is a person who build the code based on the conversions and deploy to the applications. It was carried out by the developers few years before. Due to the lack of professionalism in managing the integrity, they have created a new role called SEM, Software Config Management / Build Admins. They know when the bug has to fix, they need to deliver to the customer, what will be the release date, direct customer interactions, and many more. Let's go to DevOps now. The picture itself says they are going to do many jobs. The role are responsible is not restricted with any boundaries. DevOps is considered to be a culture rather than a job. They can understand business expectation and technology possibilities and limitations. DevOps use technology advancement to accomplish business expectation. It's smarter and faster through renowned methodologies like Agile, Waterfall, Scrum, and more. Let's get into the roles of DevOps. The three roles that we discussed before were done by DevOps with a professional and sophisticated way. You may have a doubt like how a single person going to handle three different jobs which is handled by three different persons. It's all possible with advancement of technologies. Let's see each role how the transformation of the role is done through DevOps. The first one is system administrator. As I said earlier, system administrator is a person who is take care of applications, servers, license, hardware issues, backup and restore, and many more. So due to the evolution of cloud, operating system management, hardware issues, and backup and restore are gone to the company who is providing the cloud platforms. So the 40% of work that they have done as their system administrator have got reduced. Okay. So the remaining part is only application management and housekeeping that they do in a monthly and weekly have got now automated due to the advancement of configuration tool. Almost the most part that they have done through manual have got automated. Only the hardware issues they have addressed over a period of time was not automated since it required physical interventions towards the hardware. Since due to the advancement of cloud, that also being moved to cloud teams. Next one is middleware admin. As I said earlier, middleware admin is a person who is take care of application like Apache, Tomcat, JBoss, and many more. Their main work is to configure the application based on the business expectations. They used to do the same steps, task repeatedly, routinely in a different machine and different period of time. When you see the whole job, the whole task that they are carrying out for a period of month, most of the steps would be manual. For that, DevOps have using a software called configuration management. Configuration management is a tool which automate application installation, configuration and deployment. The main advantage of using configuration management is, first thing is the consistency in making the configuration across all the machines will be achieved with 100% consistency. I mean, other way you can say it's 100% error-free environment. If I do a mistake, it will be mistake for all the machines. So reverting back would be easier. The next job is build admin. The build admin is a person who is take care of code base and build and deploying the applications and many more, right? So they do have some tools for making that to automate. So some of them are Jenkins, Hudson and RMT, and for managing the code base they are using Git, SVN. For intermediate code conversion they are using Make, Ant and Maven and many more. So we have seen enough of DevOps. Let's get on the slide. So here you may see the difference. Like I started as a premature man, as a developer, as a continuous in operation full-fledged. It's because of the tool that they have learned slowly. First thing is there were no proper setup, there were no proper protocol in deploying the application and managing the applications, the customer end. For that they have introduced many methodologies. One is waterfall and agile and many more. Business based on the business structure, the methodologies will be selected by the architect. So when you see a DevOps include continuous integration, code-based maintenance, deployment, configuring applications, server maintenance, automation, now into machine learning, and highest advancement in application virtualization, and many more. Is it very hard for a single person to learn everything? Because when you say about configuration management, for that itself we have many tools: Chef, Ansible, CF Engine, Puppet and many more. So how a person who consider to be experienced in Chef, and after some time if he realize Chef is gone and is going for Ansible, then the experience will not be countable, right? But it's not so. It's because the experience that he has gained over a period of time in handling the tools. That is the expectation for a companies. Even the new tool, right? The person is not able to have, I mean, he's not having enough experience in handling a new tool. He can able to handle through the experience which he has gained in his past in handling. I mean, the structure in all the tools would be the same. Only the logic behind it would be the different. So you don't have to worry about like advancement of technology, because slowly when we are in this DevOps, we'll be gaining the knowledge day by day. Let's get into the syllabus. So the below are the topics that we're going to have during our entire sessions. The first one is Linux administration, continuous integration tool, version control tool, build tool, cloud management, alert management, vagrant and vagrant management. See, these are generic terms with respect to DevOps. It has many distributions. For example, if I say Linux administration, there is Ubuntu administration, Red Hat, CentOS, Caldera, many versions are there. We'll be seeing about CentOS. Likewise, in continuous integration, there are Jenkins, Hudson, Bamboo, and many more. We will be seeing about Jenkins. So likewise, we have selected a famous and most renowned tool which is used in the current situation. It's being used in the syllabuses. Let's see one by one. As part of Linux administration, as, as I said during the starting, right? So the most of the job has gone to cloud. So the operating system management, backup and restore, hardware issues addressing is gone now. Only the part you're going to do is basic Linux administration, which includes commands, installing application and configurations like Apache Tomcat, Node.js, proxy, Nginx, and basic user administration and basic scripting language. It's not a programming, it's a scripting. Scripting means how are you going to automate with the commands. Either you can go with shell, Perl or Python anywhere. The next one is resource management. How are you going to create a network, disk and many more. And it's very important for an administrator to monitor server. It's not considered to be like a least job. It's one of the important and experienced job in system administration. You should have the proper knowledge in monitoring the systems. Next is patch installations and upgradations. The whole session would take around 12 hours based on the level of experience that you have, the house mainstream or expand. Next with continuous integration tool. As I said earlier, there are many tools in the market which does the same job. Jenkins, Hudson, Bamboo, RMT, many more are in the model. You deploy. So many more tools are there. So we're going to see about Jenkins. What is Jenkins? Jenkins is a continuous integration tool. What is that? For example, if you want to deploy a code in a server, first I need to pull the code from a source where I have saved all my code, and then I need to convert the code into intermediate conversions, and then I need to deploy to the servers. See, there are different tasks being carried out different period of time. If I want to see that everything in a single flow, I need a CI and CD, that is continuous integration, and deployment is deploying to the server, continuous deployment. So to the various environment this is dev, test, stage and prod. When you go for a company, you may know, so different type of environments are there. So the topic that you're going to see in Jenkins is installing Jenkins, creating jobs in Jenkins, integration in Jenkins with Git. Git is a source code management, creating a job in Git and shelling a job in Jenkins. Okay. The next one is build tool. There are many tools as discussed like a Jenkins. There are many tools being there for achieving build. And Maven, Make, Gmake and many more. The Make is being widely used for C code compilations, and is being used for building Java based application. We're going to see basic of how it's being used, what are the various methods in using the tools. Okay. Next one is cloud management. Okay. In the market, due to the advancement of cloud, almost 80% of the server which is being used in the local premises are converted into cloud management. The first advantage of using cloud management is we don't have to worry about hardware issues and the money which is spending on looking after the data centers and the backup and restore. What if your machine goes down? What happened to my application? Everything will be taken care by cloud. The thing we need to know is how we can how efficiently we can use cloud to accomplish our expectations. Okay. So there are many cloud platforms in the market: AWS, Azure, Rackspace, many more. We got to see about AWS. Okay. In AWS, there are many services there. The three type of major in AWS is IaaS, infrastructure as a service, PaaS, platform as a service, and SaaS, software as a service. In IaaS, they will providing server hardware. In PaaS, they are providing a platform. For example, if you're going to deploy in a PHP, okay, what you'll do, you'll create a server, and then you'll installing the application and deploying code over it. So the task that you're carrying out is you need to look after the servers after it's been deployed, and resource management, and you should prevent the machine from hacking from external intruders. But as in case of cloud, the one thing you can do is The platform, when you choose platform as a service, you'll be provided in a direct link where you can directly deploy your code. You don't have to worry about the server management because the platform as a service, the cloud will take care of the hardware which is underlying below the pass. Only thing you need to know is how to deploy the code in pass. That's it. Rest will be taken care by the cloud. So we got to see about managing and creating instances, managing security and users, various available services in AWS like ELB, Redis, CD and many more, backup policies and disaster recovery available in AWS. The hours would take is around LANAs for AWS management. So it's your choice to choose. Is either AWS we can go or Azure, which belongs to Microsoft. AWS is started in 2006, Azure 2011. Next comes a powerful tool called Chef. Chef is a configuration tool. What is a configuration tool? Anything that you can configure in a machine can be configured automatically through Chef. It's a generic term. Again, configuration tool doesn't end with Chef. It has Ansible, Sieve Engine, Puppet, SaltStack, and many more. So why do I choose Chef? Chef is considered to be most toughest, hardest to learnable configuration tool in the market, and also it's the most powerful tool in the market. For learning Chef, you should know the basic of Ruby, but as in our team, in our sessions, we'll be learning it through practical examples, like how we have using Chef in companies. So by the way, you can learn without any hurdles. The topic that we're going to cover in Chef is Chef resources, how we're going to write a cookbook, how we're going to automate a task, and testing the cookbooks, data abstractions, workstation installation, Chef servers, multiple modes, roles and search, environment, etc. It consists of around 12 hours of sessions. And I think the word Chef itself is very attractive when your profile has been decorated with it. This is a beautiful one. This is Docker. Docker is the app-level virtualization, the highest advancement of virtualization. Hybrid virtualization and para-virtualizations. Docker is much more advanced. Why do people go for Docker? It doesn't have any dependencies. If you want to have applications anywhere in the world, you need an expectation like the application should be shippable. Shippable means, for example, I'm creating an application in my laptop. I've tested in my laptop. It was very fine. I just want to show this to my stakeholders. How can I do that? Application in my laptop will not be as fine to show to them, right? So in that case, I need to ship my application to their end. Maybe the stakeholders will be sitting in the China. You want to see this application. How would it look like if I give the application to his laptop? That is achieved through Docker. Docker will ship the application and operating system from one machine to another machine at a mind-blowing speed. Docker is considered to be one of the best and best way of transferring application across the world and faster deployment. You can take an example. When I joined a company, I was asked to create 12 servers, which is a 3-layer architecture. I would have taken around 14 days for creating the application, and it has taken 6 more days for testing the application, and handovering to the stakeholders to take 4 more days. Altogether, it has around 25 days. When I converted into Chef, it got reduced to 7 days, which includes testings, creations, handovering. When I come to the Docker, it taken around 4 minutes for creation. Handovering, next to 6th minute. So this is advancement. That time we were around 7 people used to work for the applications. Now we were around 2 people. It doesn't mean Docker going to remove the job. It's going to increase the importance that's provided for a developers. DevOps. you'll be considered as the most important person in the companies, because the absence of a person called DevOps surely impact the business flow. So you don't have to worry about job security when you are as a DevOps. Okay. So in the Docker, we're going to see how we're going, what are Dockers, containers, how we're going to write a Docker file, how to build an image for a Docker file, and how to inspect the Docker file at the Docker Hub, planning image builds, deploying application with the Docker, and introductions with private registries. The next one is Vagrant. Vagrant will not be taken as a separate sessions. The whole topic, I mean the whole session, right from application creations and its user management and application server management, everything we're going to show through Vagrant. So it's not going to be in a separate session. You're going to learn from the startings. So Vagrant file, next with the Vagrant, automatic machine creation using Vagrant. Everything will be not be taken as a separate session. Will be taken along with the DevOps sessions. And next one is monitoring. The most of the people thinks monitoring only for ops, operation people. It's not so. Monitoring is very hardest way to find and provide the solutions. I mean, if your machine is being reported as a down, so by seeing the monitoring tool itself, you can say many words like what have impacted your applications, what is the status of your applications, who has impacted your applications, what is the metrics you have designed in your application, why it has thrown an error, and why you got the alerts. Everything will be monitored using monitoring tool. That we're going to see two types of tools, either Neuralink and Zabbix. You heard about a Neuralink. If not so, just ask the people who are in DevOps. It's the most powerful tool right now in the DevOps, which helps to find who are the people who are logged in your application, how many people are logged in, what pages are right now, what are the most hittable pages in your applications, why people are not spending a long time in your applications, what page is least used, and what query is taking more time in making your application slowness. Everything will be covered through the Neuralink setups. That's it. So the total session would take around 40 hours, okay, which include everything which I've said earlier. And I'll be using my laptop that I have CentOS 6.7, which is similar to Red Hat for training. Apart from that, I'll be using a configuration management tool as a chief. So I try to make a similar setup for the people who are joining, since teaching will not be enough. The training is most important part in understanding the DevOps. So that's it. If you have any doubts, just let me know. Thanks for your time.